Hi, crafters, and welcome to Finish It Friday, episode 171. So, here's where we left off on Wednesday. So, we have our base card. This is 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. We have three 1-inch squares. We have a 3 by 2 and a 3 by 1 1/4. Now for this one, I am going to use, and I don't know where these came from. These, I'm pretty sure, were original Stampin' Up! Masks or stencils from back in the day, but of course they were just in a little stash I found when I was cleaning through stuff. So I figured, let's go ahead and let's work on this one today. So I'm going to just put that down there. Let me get my other little magnet from over here. I'm missing one of these, excuse me, one of these magnets, so I'm pretty sure that my son has it somewhere. Okay, so let's go ahead. I don't know if I have anything left on this. Let's see if I do. It doesn't really look like it. You know what? And I'm also going to, just because I'm heavy-handed, let's go ahead and put this on the side here. And let's put this on this side here. That way we've masked off this card underneath. Alright, so now let me just go ahead and grab for my spots. Let's go ahead and grab a Night of Navy. How about that? That will look kind of, but we're going to go kind of light on it. Right, so these I all had as being opened, but obviously this one is not. So let me go ahead and just pull up on this. So this also makes me very weary about how old this may be, but we'll see. All right, so let's go ahead. Let's just rub some of that over on that head there. Let's take a little bit off. I'll take it off over here. And then let's go ahead and let's just lightly go over this. I'm not doing it really hard, and as you can see, I can't really get close because of those magnets. So let's go ahead and go like that. I'm going to stay pretty close to the edge though. I don't want to go over that edge, because then it will get on that part of the card. So let's just go ahead and continue to do this. Now I'm going to move this one down just a little bit more. Now if you wanted to, you could have put like a little dots of glue on the back of this, let it dry, and that would have kept your stencil down. You also could have used like a semi-permanent fixative or a repositional fixative, and would have done pretty much the same thing. I just want a little bit of a background there. Alright, so now I am going to come through on those edges and just get those edges. I'm not re-inking, I'm just using the ink that's left on the brush. Not a lot left on this side. Doesn't seem like. So there we got a little bit of a background look. Excuse me. Sorry. Another bad sinus day here in the Chicagoland area. All right, so there we have a little bit of a background. put this back over here. Put these spots back over here and put my brush away. All right, so here's what we have. So I'm going to be covering some of that up with this. And I'm trying to think which stamp set do I want to use. I think I want a little more of that circle showing and a little less of that edge down here. How about like that? So I'm thinking, what do I want as my stamped area? Maybe I always go back to my ephemera. I do like ephemera. I feel like it's a good way to finish up a project. I don't know though. Oh, that's kind of nice. Oh, and that fits really good there. All right, but since that's so stark white, let me go ahead and grab that brush again. Let's get a little blue on there, just so it's not so stark white. Now you got to be careful when you do this so you don't bend your ephemera. All right. This would be kind of pretty too, but I feel like that's too long for what we're doing here. So let's go ahead, let's put these away. What was this one? Oh, that would have been pretty too. What about, I don't know. Yeah, I don't really like that. All right, we'll just stick with the one ephemera. How about that? Let me put that back in my little stack here. Let's go ahead and grab out our adhesive. All right, so I feel like I'm putting adhesive on the back of this. I kind of want to get it straight. So I am going to put the card here. I am going to, now there is tape on the back of this, so I'm not really pushing it down, as you can see. Just trying to make sure this is somewhat straight. Oops, bring that over just a little bit more. I'm using this line to line it up so it's somewhat straight. Let's go ahead and grab this. Oh, I thought that would work. It's not going to work. All right, so let's go ahead and put this upside down on this. So I'll use this as my marker, but I'll put this like right on the end. So I'm using the edge of this tape just to make sure it's straight and that it looks somewhat presentable widthwise, so that the spacing is even here. We know it's straight because I put it along that line. So as long as this goes on straight, we should be good. All right, I think it got a little bit crooked, but I think for the most part it looks all right. It looks like it's straight, unless my tape is not straight. All right, let's go ahead, put this down also. I want it kind of along those edges, but so a little bit of that sunbeam shines through. Go ahead and put this, we're kind of centering it here, leaving that border. Let's do a little bit of a deeper border because we have a little bit of a deeper border here. So let's go like that. Probably need to really use glue on that, but put it down like that for now. There's that. And let's go ahead. I think these are still available. These are the rainbow dots. Oops. Alright, apparently my camera's not liking to focus. Could be because of my light. Let's see if I bring the light down a little bit more. There we go. That's a little bit better. Rainbow dots vary. My camera. Let me let it settle on here first. Yep, it just doesn't like it. I think it's from my lamp that's over there. Anyway, rainbow dots. I'm just going to use these smaller ones. One there. One there, and one there. Pretty triangular, but now I have glue down there I have to clean off. All right, and I have another little saying that I didn't put away. All right, so there's the card for today. You know what? Maybe if I turn on this backlight. I just feel like it's really not focusing very good today. There we go. That's a little bit better. Like I said, on the second go around, I would definitely use glue on this to keep those corners down. Those corners are kind of coming up just a little bit. So there's that. Yeah, I gotta figure out the lighting situation now that I've rearranged things, especially when I'm recording this early in the morning and there's no natural sunlight. Here's another one I did. Those are the Druzy embellishments. This was actually using Simon Says Stamps stamp. And I think the background paper is from Oak Lane. So there, just a little simplistic on that one. On this one, I went ahead and added a lot of die cuts and ephemera. I feel like I needed to do a background on this too, but by the time I laid everything down, it was too late. So that was that one. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Have a great Friday, and we'll speak to you soon. Bye for now.